Side Scrollers is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. It's time for Side Scrollers on YouTube.com. With me, Stuttering Craig. You got a goal? Go get it. Adam Krigler.
Hi, buddy.
Wow.
Hi, chat. I love you. Mwah.
And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
Hi, guys.
And brought to you by you, the G2 community, at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and Twitch.tv. For how long, we will find out. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. Hello, everybody over on Geeks and Gamers in the 199. Thanks so much for allowing us to invade your space today and hang out with you guys here on a Wednesday. It's good to see you guys. We got a great show. We're talking a lot of Twitch, and a lot of good stuff. I'll tell you what. Appreciate you guys popping in. Let's introduce the team as usual. Hello, Travis Keys.
So, last night I've been thinking about this a couple nights in a row, that every time you come to me, I'd have, be swaddling a bear, feeding it a bottle, or be reading a book, or be doing whatever, just not being ready. I thought it would be funny.
Well, I'm intrigued by the idea of you starting with swaddling a bear.
Yeah, because I got a giant teddy bear for my dog.
Sounds good. Hey, Blabs.
I actually pictured an actual bear cub that he just, took out from the woods. He's like, I need to borrow you. Come with me. Or Winnie the Pooh, but nah, whatever.
Hey, if you want to swaddle that bear, you swaddle that bear, and then later on, what we'll do is we'll recreate little Travis bears like they did with Jay.
Oh my god, little Travis bears.
That'd be cute. We can do little Travis bears, and we can see little Travis bears. They'll be in little swaddles. It'll be so sweet. Also, and I'll tell you what, he's not a dad, but I promise you, this guy's gonna learn to swaddle in time. It's Adam Krigler.
Sound like a Tarzan lyric.
Okay, I don't know if
Are you guys okay?
We're great.
Hi. Are you okay, Adam? You look a little different.
I'm fantastic. I went swimming in my river today after gardening for a few hours. It felt great, man. I'm relaxed. I feel great.
You don't have glasses on. He does look different.
Do I look different? Do I look that different?
Well, at first you were just a black screen for a good 30 seconds. That's why we're like, man, you look different. But now you actually do look different. You don't have your glasses on.
Yeah, I like to put my contacts in when I go swimming because I like to be able to see, and I very rarely use contacts. But when I want to swim, I throw them in there. So I'm gonna need proof that Trav's got a giant bear in his room.
Yeah,
I've showed it before.
No,
I'm gonna need you to swaddle it though.
No.
That was your idea, dude.
That was a idea that I had while falling asleep in the middle of the night last night.
Okay, that's
I decided not to do. But
interesting. You should have done it. Should have led with it.
I appreciate the idea of swaddling bears and all this stuff, and that's great. But are we really just gonna bypass the idea that Adam said he has his own river?
Do you not know that?
The man from Snake River.
I'm just saying, very rarely do people well, I'm gonna hop in my own river and go for a swim. I don't know if I've ever actually heard that statement before. Maybe in 1875.
Adam has glasses, and you do now.
Well, that's I'm countering. I'm counterbalancing.
You want to see my river?
Yeah, I do. I would love to see your river.
This is the view from my backyard.
Oh, here we are.
I'm gonna share.
Let's just check out down by the river.
I don't have admin. You have to do it.
You don't.
So-
What's wrong with you?
Well, I do my own show.
I know.
That
Look at
I
that.
use
Look at
StreamYard.
that. So you got in that?
Yeah, I jumped in. It's amazing. I
Is it
basically
really
have my
cold?
only when I jumped in, but then immediately afterwards it was incredible. So, and
Do you
the
have-
sun feels great. It's amazing, and that's my wood.
I
That's
love
my
the
wood.
sun.
If you look on the right side of the picture, that's my wood-fired hot tub.
You have a hot tub?
It's a wood-fired hot tub.
Can we go to Sweden and visit just for the hot
Yeah,
tub?
come visit. That would be an episode.
We'll pick mushrooms and chill in the hot tub.
And
Is-
blueberries.
And walk
My
around
forest
and
is
say,
just
"I have
there's
glorious
thousands of
ears."
blueberry. Yeah, sure. That's
See, I get poison ivy in
Inch-
my freaking woods. I live
no
like
poison ivy here.
Yeah,
Nah,
whatever,
fuck
man.
that. There's
Do
nettles,
you-
but they're fine.
Do you by chance have any vans down by the river?
Technically, I have an RV that's parked on my property.
Do you ever live in said van?
Well, it's a tiny house. My wife had lived in it before we met, and then I actually lived in it with her, and we traveled around Europe in it for a little while.
So
So,
at one point-
technically, is it considered a van? It's an RV though.
Craig wants to move in. That's what he's saying.
Do we all live in a yellow submarine? That's kind of like what you're asking, right, Craig?
No.
We
I'm-
went from
I'm
RVs
asking-
to
No,
actual submarines. Like,
I'm asking if he's ever lived in a van down by the river. That's all. I think that's a very important question that we all need to know.
I mean, no, I don't think so.
And
I've
those who
never
know.
lived in the van.
Those who know. It's an old Saturday Night Live reference.
Rest in peace. He died too early.
Good old Chris Farley. Good stuff. Hey, did you guys hear before we get into the really big Twitch news today? Did you guys hear somebody else died today? It was very, very
No.
sad.
Oh,
In
Yeah,
the world of professional wrestling, we've lost a legend, guys.
Yeah, the Iranian wrestler guy.
What? No.
the Iranian wrestler
I
guy.
thought he played in Iran. That was his character.
Well, yes, the Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
The Iron Sheik was. Do you know who
Wait,
the
did
Iron
you-
Sheik?
We'll go
I don't know
from
who that is.
Iran to Iran.
This guy right here, man. He was awesome. Iron Sheik was legit. Anyways,
Maybe
he
Saudi Arabia. I don't know.
yeah, he was like the ultimate bad guy. He was awesome. And anyways, he died today. Total bummer. He was really old. So
I don't know who that is. Before my time, I guess.
He was
Yeah, I hardly remember him. It was a long time ago.
one of Hogan's biggest opponents back in the
Hmm.
back in the 80s. So yeah, he was an absolute legend. So
Cool.
in all things wrestling back in the day. All right, so a big show today. If you guys are watching us for the first time over on Geeks and Gamers, hello everybody. Great to see you. I appreciate you guys popping in. And we stream Monday through Friday over on the Side Scrolls podcast channel and on Rumble. I don't know how long we're going to be on YouTube because apparently our show gets copyright. Like in the past week, we've had like 3 copyrights between my streams and Side Scrollers and everything else. It's been nuts. So make sure you guys follow us over on Rumble. How about you guys just do that? At rumble.com/Side Scrolls, because everybody's moving over there or Kick, because there are good and bad things about every platform. And we're slowly migrating to Rumble right now. So head over there and follow us. Or if you guys want to continue watching us over on YouTube, you guys can do that too. But appreciate you guys allowing us to hang out. And do us a favor, 199, hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate that. Spread the word about the show and let people know that we have a good thing going on over here. So besides the Iron Sheik, we have later today. Oh my God, Spock talking about drama. The Mario Funathon continues as for the 3rd day. I'm attempting to beat Mario the Lost Levels.
You didn't beat it yet? Embarrassing.
It has now become me versus the community.
Oh,
Because-
Now
God.
there's
Do they keep
stairs in this
resetting you?
game.
Do they reset you?
I've been reset. Dan Vask reset me yesterday.
Yes, Dan. What does it take to reset you? I'm just curious, not for any reason in particular.
It's the ridiculously unattainable, stupid idea of $250 will reset it.
Shit, Dan did it to you?
Dan reset me yesterday.
I love it,
Wow.
dude. Shout out to Dan. That's amazing.
Ridiculous. Yes.
I
Dan
love
came in.
the pain that I'm sensing from you right now.
I'm starting to get a little anxiety as well because I got to start over from World 1-1 and make my way through. And
We're
I
getting
got
good at it though, right?
I mean, there are parts that you can be good at and still be bad at. It's a very hard game.
Okay.
So,
So I got to World
that-
7-4 yesterday.
So you
and
know the feeling of you get to 7-4 and then somebody donates, you hear it and you don't know how much it is. The feeling that you think that might be a reset. That's how I feel all day.
so the reset has a very specific sound. It's like a scream. So I know it's like it's
Okay.
from UHF. It's this guy going, oh, it's weird. I'm going, oh, look at this guy. So like whenever I hear that, it's like, oh no. So, but
it's lovely.
between Dan Vask and CEO, you can see on the wall over here, CEO has been active. And we've got a few
Killing it.
resets. Yeah.
That's
so
a big CEO bridge.
Mhm. CEO's building a bridge. Yeah, for sure. But anyways, I encourage you guys to come in and watch The Anguish today at 1:00. They are not the most viewed streams, but they are the most fun streams. And there's definitely a story to be told in every stream that we do. It's super fun. So, anyways,
Don't forget, I'll be back next week.
Yes, yeah. Blast vs. Castlevania resumes on
Haven't
Wednesday.
quit.
next week.
Have you been practicing?
No, I'm not allowed to do anything off the stream.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I like that actually. All right.
Keeping it
The
authentic.
only thing I
I
did
dig it,
off
I dig
stream
it.
was watch a video how to whip Frankenstein's ass because I was really annoyed. But I have
I'm
not looked at anything. I know nothing.
I am okay with you using today's modern resources to get better at the game. I'm okay with that. Like, you know,
I can look, but that's
Well,
spoiling.
well, yeah. Well,
I know
I mean,
there's a hallway scene. That's it.
right. And the hallway scene is like where true gamers are made. So I fully encourage you to make your way through the hallway without looking at anything online.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look then.
Good. You shouldn't.
I won't.
Respect.
Respect indeed. All right, so reminder that this is a fan-funded show. We appreciate any and all support from you guys. Thank you guys very much. Cream NATO came in with the 550. Says, hi for today's show. About to go huff that sweet Albertian wildfire smoke.
Mhm.
Albertian,
Rich-
maybe.
Albert-
Rich, cheeky baby. Hey, Cream NATO, thank you so much. And be careful about that air over there.
Yeah, don't
It's
actually
nasty.
huff it and like fall onto the fire.
I don't think he was serious about huffing it.
Is there a wildfire or something going on in
Oh
Canada
yeah,
right now?
so in
Oh,
Alberta
yeah.
and in Quebec.
Pretty much all over. You can
Why is
smell
that?
it in New York. Oh man.
That's a huge
What happened?
thing. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Wildfire.
Yeah, I got my foil line.
Okay,
liner.
go ahead.
No, man, I don't want to go there. We're
Okay.
good.
Okay. Well, it sounds good. But we can,
I'll blame climate change.
yeah, it's climate change. Absolutely.
Clearly.
Everything is blamed on climate change in Canada. Absolutely.
Adam's in a bad mood. Climate change.
That's right. It's all
I'm not in a
climate
bad
change.
mood. What? What are you talking
no,
about?
you're not.
No.
You're all sunshine and giggles today.
Just in general. If you're in a
Well,
bad
now
if
I'm in a
anybody's
bad mood.
It's like,
It's your
Climate change,
fault, Blabs.
ridiculous.
that's what else is new.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm
Jeff
always in a
Ratterman
good
says-
mood when I'm on this show.
Janice says we were told to stay indoors today.
Oh, you know what? I got a pollution warning the other day. I even talked about this. Maybe my pollution warning was from the smoke coming down. I don't live that close to Canada, though.
Well,
That's a lot of smoke coming down.
Janice, I'll say this. If you're told to stay indoors, it really shouldn't be that hard because you were told to do it for about 3 years, so it's okay.
I will add that I saw satellite imagery
Janice.
of when the fires started,
Mhm.
and it's very odd, but all of them started at the exact same time across the country of Canada.
Really?
Just saying. That's
Wow.
fucking weird.
That is kind of
Weird.
nuts.
Climate change.
Huh.
I
All right.
blame climate change.
Weird. Yeah, absolutely. There's intense climate change happening in the world, and it all starts in Canada because
And it's always
they-
changed.
Oh,
have
yeah.
maple syrup.
Wow. New York is really hazy from the smoke. Well, I just looked at a picture of it. It's like huge.
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I'll show you a link here.
Oh, please.
He's doing his producer duties. I got a link.
This is live wildfire coverage.
Wildfire watch.
Wildfire Watch 2023.
That
Canadian
shows the
wildfire
Statue
watch.
of Liberty and how much smoke is in there.
Okay, here we go. Let's check this out really quick, just so everyone's on the same page. Smoke emanating from Canada. I don't care. Emanating from Canada is causing gray skies and poor air quality. So the last Statue of Liberty seen Tuesday, covered in haze and smoke caused by the Canadian wildfires in Canada. All right. Well, that's great. Good for everybody. Good for everybody. And there we go. Current
Nice,
wildfires in
healthy
Canada.
air.
Mm-hmm. Well, look,
Yeah, did you scroll down on that? How many fires are up there?
there's a lot of
A lot.
fires. Yep. Well, good for Canadians. You guys be safe up there. It's you never know what's going to happen up in Canada. This crazy world. Clown world, if you will. Well, look, guys, appreciate you guys popping in today. We have a lot to talk about. So dare I say we get into it?
Please do. Let's do it.
It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for
Hard news.
Oh, right. That was good. We are, listen, by the way, just for the record, I think we're good at the ratings. Adam is nailing.
No more ratings.
We're in great shape.
Well, also for the record, I don't need anyone's validation. All right.
I'm just saying.
Just throw that out there. But
The
Blab
bars-
saying that was good felt good. I will add that. That was like we're
It was
good
a
for
good
now on.
one.
I'm good. It doesn't matter,
The bar is excellent.
We could just leave it.
You've set the bar at excellence, and that's what we expect every day.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's all I bring. That's all I bring to
That's
the
right.
board.
All right. So here we are. Yesterday, we're going to lead straight into this, and I don't even know how long we're going to talk about this, but it's a lot to talk about. In the world of online everything, Twitch has been the king of live streaming for the better part of over a decade online.
Gaming live streaming.
Yes, gaming live stream. And
Yeah.
when it comes to like Twitch is now outside of the gaming geist, and it is starting to touch. It's a recognizable brand outside of the gaming space, like because parents will hear about it because their kids want to be Twitch streamers or whatever it may be. But yesterday, Twitch essentially put a gun to its head and pulled the trigger because it was a very, very, very stupid decision yesterday, done through greed, and this decision was clearly made by people who have no idea what the brand was built on.
Ironically,
And-
Craig, you saying that just got us flagged on YouTube.
I'm sure. Yes. Well, I didn't say that. I did not say that a person did it. I said Twitch,
Okay.
which is
Oh,
an
sorry.
inanimate object. It's a company. So here we go. So yesterday, Twitch announced new branded content guidelines. Now, these are your sponsor integrations, and sponsorships play a very big role for Twitch streamers. Very big role. There's whether you're small or big, and by small I mean stream to 100 people, or big streaming to 50,000 people. Twitch and branded content is imperative to what you do. It's how a lot of people make their money. Now, there are communities that don't rely on that. We don't rely on that at Side Scrollers. Geeks and Gamers, they don't rely on branded content. They have some sponsors, but for the most part, Side Scrollers, Geeks and Gamers, we are reliant on our audience to support us, right? We are not reliant on advertisements. But this set the internet ablaze yesterday. And you can see the new guidelines here. And the long and short of it is that Twitch put out these new guidelines with the intention, more or less, of trying to cut out the middleman and have every Twitch streamer use their new upcoming service that will allow Twitch streamers to partner with other creators via Twitch. And because ultimately, Twitch wants a piece of everything that you make on their platform. And so this set the internet ablaze yesterday. You see the on-stream logos are limited to 3% the size of the screen. And it's like, what does that even mean? Obviously we're talking about specific amounts, and you have to get down to the pixels of how this is work. And things that are not allowed. They went through and they made all these nice little graphics in here. So this has been thought about for a long time. Burned-in videos are not allowed, meaning that if you are if you're running a tournament, if you're running If you're just streaming and you're sponsored by, I don't know,
Raid
G
Shadow Legends.
Right.
Or G
right.
G Fuel is a good one too. Yeah.
Right. You cannot have a 30-second burned in ad of you talking about talking about the product that you're paid to endorse.
Can you do it live still?
Well,
No.
we're going to get to that in a little bit as well. Burned in display ads are not allowed. So burned in is something that you place on your OBS, right? Your streaming software that allows you to stream out, right? So it would be the equivalent of if we were to put like this on screen or this on screen, right?
Whoa, that's more than 3%.
Right. So that's
Wait,
burned in.
aren't we on Twitch right now?
Yep.
And 3%
We are- yes, we are on Twitch.
is like a
So
tiny
wait a-
amount too. Like 3% would be a tiny little square.
That's
of
like the size of your
screen. Like,
face
yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
right now.
That's
Yes.
about 3%. Yeah,
Correct.
maybe a little.
correct.
That may be a little bit more. That may be 5%.
Right, your
Here's
face
the
is
other
too
one.
big, Trev. Wait, what are we talking about?
Well, burned in audio ads.
It is.
Now,
It is. But no.
hey, we have a podcast. Let's say we want to do a read about G Fuel or Krigler Coffee, right? We want to do a read about that. Well, guess what? Not allowed. All right. So all these things, like these are basic fundamental streaming tools and abilities that streamers have. So naturally, the internet is not very happy about this, to the point to where we saw many creators just straight up saying, "Hey, if this goes through, I'm leaving. I'm leaving." And
I also saw something else though too. Now I
What's
don't
that?
know if this is real or not, but I saw they were going to switch the payments back from like the monthly to 45 days, which apparently was what they used to do back in the day. Which I think is wild. Why the hell should you wait 45 days to get your own money?
What's
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
difference? Why? What would the reasoning behind that be?
Right? I don't know. I saw this tweet and I don't know if it's real or not. I can see if I can go find it again.
Hmm.
But
so
I think it's because
M. Gruber says, I have no idea what any of this means, right? So what this essentially means is, in like I said, you don't need to worry about us from like Geeks and Gamers or side scrollers, but just in general, what it means is that these basic fundamental tools of allowing any sort of creator to make any sort of money while streaming are being taken away, and
also where the site itself has nothing to do with it. I'm sure you've
Right.
seen videos from different creators said, before we get into the video, just want to shout out today's sponsor. And they talk about a product for 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. And then boom, they go back into the video. Usually
Right.
it's in videos instead of live streams, but there's plenty of people who do live streams who are like, hey, just want to say thanks to today's sponsor. And then, a little thing pops up in the screen. And like a little promo code scrolls on the bottom, like use this promo code for 10% off you support me. It's like shit like that. Like that's what a burned in ad. It basically, Craig said it. Twitch wants a piece of everything. And this is cutting Twitch out. Oh, I don't need Twitch because I'm actually getting paid from this other company just to talk about their product. Now you're not allowed to talk about that product. You have to go through Twitch, which is pretty fucked up.
It's almost
Yes.
as similar to how YouTube, some YouTubers don't have to rely on ad revenue because they have all their sponsors and stuff. So what,
Right.
if you're making $250,000 for posting a tweet about Trident or whatever, what do you don't need your piddly $4,000 from YouTube. You know what I mean?
isn't
Right.
Twitch like the most the company that gets paid the most out of all the streamers, like Rumble, YouTube, Kick? They get the biggest chunk, right?
So here's the
horrible.
here's the interesting business model out of the whole thing, and I'm going to get into the nitty gritty of this because I know just way too much about this. When it comes down to rev splits, right? So Twitch and YouTube are different. Let's break it down really simple. Subs and memberships on YouTube are essentially the same thing, right? So a sub on Twitch is the same as a membership on YouTube, right? A sub on Twitch, the revenue split is 50-50. So of a $5 sub, we'll just round it up, it's usually $4.99. From a $5 sub, a creator would make $2.50 from Twitch. They would make about $3.65 from that same
Plus
$5 on YouTube, right? Now, that used to be different on Twitch. Some creators had a 70-30 split, very similar to YouTube. I know this because I brokered a deal for Game Attack the exact same way.
That's
And
the partner program or something.
Yeah,
no,
it's above
not
affiliate.
It's
not all partners have that split. It's a
Oh.
Oh,
it's
I thought
it's a very
everyone had it, and then recently they actually changed it back to everyone just has the affiliate.
they changed everybody to the 50-50 split
Right.
back.
Oh.
So some people had a 70-30, which, imagine taking a 20% pay cut just because they said, well, we don't want to give that to you, right?
Yeah.
So you're losing 20% of your sub revenue immediately, okay?
I don't think they realize how easy it is for some creators just to move platforms nowadays.
Well, I think they're about to learn. They're about to learn really quick.
Oh yeah.
Because they're in some hot water. And let me kind of continue talking about the differences really quick. Super chats on YouTube. When you super chat $1, let's just say $1 super chat, the creator receives 70% of that. So 70%. Now on Twitch, you buy the currency Twitch bits up front and you pay that percentage to Twitch before the creator sees any revenue. So $1, let's say you wanted to give somebody 100 bits on Twitch, that would cost you like $1.40, right? So Twitch would make 40 cents on top of the on the $1.40 transaction they built in. But the more you buy, the less their split goes down, or the more their split goes down. So if you buy $500 worth of bits, it may be an only 20% markup. You understand? That's kind of the idea. Now Rumble. Right now on Rumble, 100% of all Rumble memberships, which is like the paid membership, goes to the creator, and that's going to be through 2023. But I think
wait. On the bits part though, when someone like a fan would to give 100 bits, because that's about $1, right? To a creator, does Twitch then take a cut of that?
No, you get 100% of the bits that they give you. But
okay, I didn't know that. All right.
Right, but the point is that Twitch takes their money off the top, where YouTube takes the money from the transaction.
Right, the viewer pays it up front rather than the creator paying it before they get it.
Yeah.
And
all right, so Rumble's memberships, as that's what I interrupted right there.
So Rumble, their Rumble rants are also a 70-30 split. Whereas their memberships are 100% of revenue to the creator through 2023, and they'll probably drop that down to to a 70-30 split after 2023 ends. Right?
Still huge.
And something also to keep in mind, and by Sleazy here says you only receive 70% if the person pays on PC. Google and Apple take another 20% if they pay through mobile. That's actually
crazy. Why?
Yes,
wait, on Twitch?
Because they're the gatekeeper.
What the
Apple and Google.
Yep. Yeah, I actually thought it was closer to 30%, a 30% markup on Apple, and they take 30% of all transactions. So the point is that there is a
so 50% of your donation could go by the wayside just by how you pay.
Yes, yep. Which is why I always like to push, if you're going to support a streamer, the best way to support them is either directly through a PayPal link or through a StreamYard link or something outside of the platform that you're on. To put that in perspective, if somebody donates via StreamYard, we receive about 95% of that, because 5% goes to credit card processing, et cetera, right? And Streamlabs doesn't take anything from that. So the money just goes straight to you. So your money goes further if you're going to support Geeks and Gamers, side scrollers, etc. That's the best way to do it. So anyway, so with all that said, Twitch is looking to reach their hand into the pocket of creators who have gone out, secured their own sponsorships outside of Twitch, and the response was not happy. It was not good.
I thought Rumble was actually a better split. Someone's saying that it's 80-20 on Rumble rants. I thought that was the case also.
I could be wrong.
It's better than 70-30. I'm pretty sure.
Well, and that would actually make a little. Let me see, Rumble rants rev split. I don't know. I thought it was 70-30, but it may be 80-20. But the point is that it is comparable to YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
And it may be a little bit better. And that's the one thing that you're seeing with like Kick. Kick offers a 95-5 rev split. So 95% of the revenue goes to you. And I think that's just like an introductory thing for sure. There's no way that business model can like a 5% margin on pretty much anything doesn't allow for a business to be maintained unless, it's just
I don't know
Well,
how
Glowing.
Kick
How to-
true
is
this-
funded by casino.
Right.
So and gambling, so I think they're going to be okay. The thing with Kick though is that they don't have a biddies yet. You know, they don't have bits yet, which I
Yeah,
think
there's
they're
no
going to be
on-site
called
currency.
Kicks. And so
Yeah.
I believe that's going to come in. You would think it'd come in by now, but it hasn't. So
Yeah.
I still
well,
like Kick. The problem with that is that Twitch has all these things that are so customizable to the streamer. You can put the stickers, you know, the sounds, all that stuff that you can really interact with your chat, and that's I think what makes Twitch so great. It's just so shitty that they're really squeezing their streamers for like everything they got, and a lot of them are just jumping ship to Kick.
And
Rumble.
there's games that actually integrate really well. Like people
Yeah,
can
with the
type in
drops.
chat. Like 7 Days to Die is an
Mhm.
example. Like people can drop zombies all around you. They can pay to like make it so you can't walk anymore. Like you have to stand still, and then they can spawn zombies around you, basically get you killed. But
Mhm.
also they can help you out. You know, make you like ultra strong or have infinite bullets or something. And it's a great way, to help monetize your stream and also have fun and create like exciting things to happen while your chat's having fun fucking with you while you're playing. So
right.
it's cool, but also fuck Twitch.
Well,
Yeah.
Twitch has made their API available for developers to develop on, right? And
Right.
I've had many in-depth conversations with developers at Twitch, business people at Twitch about what they want to do. And the Twitch apps is something that they were going to push really hard a couple of years ago, and it just kind of they wanted to have their own app store like Apple, and it just kind of fell by the wayside. And but there are a lot of really great tools on Twitch. But the reason why those tools exist is they've always been number one, right? If there's a formidable opponent that can actually break into the marketplace, whether it's Kick, whether it's Rumble, whether it's another platform that doesn't even exist yet, people will start developing for those platforms if the APIs are made available. So, like I said, I know way too much about this. It's ridiculous, but
Come on, Kick. Do
yeah,
stuff.
Rumble and its API, it would be really nice, and I know a lot of people want them to be able to access the API so that they can actually make these integrations. Because right now that's lacking, and
Right.
and also you can't gift memberships currently. By the way, I talked to my guy at Rumble, and he was like, "I can't believe we haven't implemented this yet,"
right.
and is going to pass it along. So that's pretty cool.
I would say this. I had a call with actually Rumble's head of product last week, and
Cool.
their goal is well, I don't think I should say it out loud,
Okay,
but just know that they
they
are
got
working,
goals. All right, people.
They're working on stuff and they're developing fast.
I know, it's awesome. I love Rumble.
Yeah, they're making a lot of
Just since
headway.
we started using it, all of the mod tools have changed. I like it 10
Yeah,
times
me too.
better now.
Do you think
Mhm.
Twitter's going to enter this battlefield? You know,
Yes.
you look at Tucker Carlson, and he put out his new show, Tucker on Twitter, because he left Fox, and it got, my gosh, millions and millions of views in the first couple hours, and that beat out his show on Fox, which was the #1 show in history or something, like concurrent viewers or some crazy number. I don't remember what it did, but regardless, on Twitter of all places, like this, granted it was a video, it's a 10 and a half minute video that people can watch, but we've live streamed on Twitter before, and they're able to monetize now because you have the subscriptions if you have Twitter Blue. So you like get into Twitter Blue, and then all of a sudden people are subscribing to you, and then you can have like subscriber only videos. I don't know. Pardon me. I see it being a part of the competition.
So you mentioned this, and there is actually Elon Musk literally tweeted last night that somebody mentioned the idea of gaming space. So here it is, right here. Saying Musk said is in response to Twitter streaming for games and spaces in tandem would be fire. Elon Musk, and they're talking about Twitch and everything like this, and he says Twitch begging to be disrupted by Twitter, and he says, "Okay, fine, we'll do it."
Oh shit!
So like,
Oh.
yes, yeah,
That
like
means it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll do it. That's what he does. Wow.
Yes. So
Interesting.
It really comes down to how, like, Twitter as we see it now is not going to be like what Twitter looks like in 6 months. Twitter,
Agreed.
when you look at something like Kick or Twitch, and it has the organization of streamers and stuff, the hardest thing on Twitter right now is discovery of new people, that you want to follow. In a situation like content creation, it's something that's going to be really, really hard to discover new content creators.
Well, that's the same with Twitch, because you don't grow on Twitch whatsoever.
Well, but think about it like this.
Twitch, that is.
The reason why Twitter works from a micro blogging perspective, which is what it is because retweets are what likes should be, right? When you hit a like button on Rumble, when you hit a like on YouTube, it should, in theory, share. You're showing affirmation for what you're doing. That's what you're doing on Twitter. Could you imagine a setup to where you're on Twitter and you retweet a stream and then you share it? Discoverability for streamers would go through the roof, through the stinking roof.
Yeah, I actually
It'd be amazing.
I think you hit it right on the head, and I actually think these streaming platforms or social media platforms in general will all start to look alike more than different soon. And I'm surprised YouTube and Twitch and all them haven't done this already.
Right. And Kick has
they have their own version of it though. Right?
Right.
The algorithms, the front page when you go, there's the people that you subscribe to. Like when I would go to YouTube, like that's what I see first. You scroll down a little bit, and, you start seeing, and there might be the various video of someone I don't subscribe to, but it's like, oh, you watched a bunch of different things about Diablo. Like maybe you like this video from this random creator, and it's got like, the person's got like 400 subscribers, like a small little account, but I'm like, it looks like a good video, whatever, and I'll watch it.
Let me tell you why. I'm sorry, Adam, go ahead.
No, that was it. Go ahead. Tell me why.
Let me tell you why Twitch and YouTube are not going to be able to make this happen, and they're going
greed?
to not past. No, it's not greed. It's that they're too bloated. They have too many people working on too many projects to get in line with one singular objective. Twitch in particular, they have hundreds of developers working on this platform, right? And they have too much established on their platform to go back and undo all that stuff. And they have to undo that before they add anything else. And in theory, you would think it'd be like adding Legos, just like stacking Legos on top. Here's a new feature, here's a new feature. But no, sometimes those features, they don't interact well with other features, just from like a coding perspective and such. So once you reach a certain size, it's very hard to add features to your platform without going through and thinking about literally A through not just Z, but A through pi, and all the ridiculous numbers that are attached to, and all the different variables that attach to it, which is why it takes so long for a product rollout to happen. That's how Kick has an advantage. They're young, they're fresh, they're small.
I read an article about the amount of lines of code in different apps and different games and different things, and it was incredible. Like Twitter, the amount of code, millions and millions of lines of code, and it's like, that's crazy, millions, and it's pretty big, right? It's a pretty big app for what it is. But I mean, these apps, these websites, the amount of code to change one thing, you might fuck up all of the things. So you have to really like fine tune and make sure it's good. So and then you got hundreds of people working on different things that one might actually want to implement something, but to do that, they have to talk to everyone else to make sure that it actually works and maintains that the website still functions the way it's supposed to. Like, that's not an easy process.
Well, and I wouldn't even say they have to talk to them. They have to fight them. And I'll explain. If you want to get something new done on your company and these people are doing their job that involves something in the company that might disrupt, they don't want their job to change. They like doing what they're doing. Well, now you literally have to fight them to get it done.
True.
Well, and I think that's the other layer of this is there's humans attached to it and egos and middlemen and mid product managers and all that nonsense. Like it's middle management. It's a mess. Well, let's continue. So obviously, the blowback was swift and hard. It took 5 hours for Twitch to go. Oh boy,
that's what she said.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Someone had to do it.
Well, so while this was happening, people are like, "Look, we're out. We're not doing this. We're not. If you guys implement this stuff, we will absolutely leave because when it comes to sponsors and such, that's very important to once again, you have a League of Legends competition. You can't show sponsors during that. You can't show beef jerky or whatever commercials while that's happening built around this, and that's a non-starter.
I bet you they'll make an example for those type of things, guaranteed.
You mean an exemption?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Exemption.
So
only if Twitch is part of it. If it's got Twitch's League of Legends thing, all those ad sponsors, Twitch is going to get a part of if they make an exception. It won't be like a solo creator going, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to be sponsored by beef jerky or whatever the heck. It doesn't matter. Insert company name that wants to sponsor this person. If Twitch isn't getting a part of it, it's not allowed on their platform. 3%. Little tiny thing right here. You can have, we'll allow 3% of your screen. Like, no one can fucking see a 3% of your screen.
Right.
That's stupid. It's ridiculous.
So with that said, people have
a phone.
Remember, it's 3% of your screen on OBS via the software. So if you have some sort of once again, like an overlay, right? Like this, right? You can't that's put together through StreamYard or in a lot of streamers place Streamlabs. Mm-hmm. This is an example of people were immediately like, well, I can get around that because guess what? People are creative. Here's a great example. Paladin, who was a streamer, put together this and was like, yeah, well, I'll just get around your stuff. Check it out. All I'm going to do, here's a middle finger for you. And by the way, this is not an overlay. Here's my sponsors, everybody. And she just pulled up a green screen and she has it on loop behind her.
How long before they outlaw that though?
Well, it's not part of it. So good for her.
And that's what I meant by doing it live more often. Like if I pull up, if I don't know, like something's my sponsor, I don't know, Deadpool, and I pull up my Deadpool wallet, like, and I say, buy these here. Like, is that okay?
Why are they still on Twitch? Why stay on Twitch?
Well,
because their audience is there, because they built it. Guess what? An audience will follow you. I was on Tuesday Titans last night, and I was talking about. I wanted to talk about the whole YouTube change.
I saw that when you swapped over.
Yeah, I was talking about the YouTube changing their election misinformation, which, for those who don't know, I got 4 strikes. I have 9 strikes on my YouTube channel, but 4 of them were because of election misinformation. Well, now they're changing their policy that you can actually talk about all of it. And it's like, okay, well, I have lost revenue, I have lost momentum, and now you're allowing it? Why? Because something may happen where you're going to want, maybe Trump wins, some shit. I'm not trying to get political, but like, I snapped and I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this stuff, and I'm not going to suddenly just start talking about it on YouTube. In fact, you know what? Screw YouTube. And I cut my YouTube stream and I went over to Rumble and I was like, I'm going to talk about the stuff that they don't like me to talk about on a place where I know I could talk about it. Like, why would and I'm only staying on YouTube because I have 190,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I was telling them, I'm like, the reason I'm still here is because you are all still here. Like, the people still show up on YouTube. And it's like, okay, well, go to Rumble. I am on Rumble. I go to Rumble. I stream on Rumble. But like, and it's the amount of people that are watching me on Rumble are, it's like going toe to toe with on YouTube. And when I cut my YouTube stream, my Rumble almost triples. Because maybe the amount of people is like showing the algorithms like, oh, more people are here. Like, maybe put me on the front page or something. And shout out to Rumble for putting side scrollers on the front page multiple times. Like, that's freaking rad. I don't know if YouTube's ever done that for us.
Right. No, of course not. YouTube is built entirely around their algorithm. No. But yeah, yesterday we had to go to Rumble because we were talking about the Apple
yesterday
event.
Even side scrollers. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
Shit, I should have mentioned that on my show.
Like I said, what a great way for them to promote Rumble.
Right.
And sure. Twitch. Did you see Rumble's responses and like they were tweeting at everyone, like they
Mhm.
were retweeting Twitch's shit. Like, come
They
to
were on
Rumble.
it.
Come to Rumble. By all means, have sponsors. Like,
You're
Well,
spending.
you know what
free.
else is fucked up about Twitch too? Do you guys remember that video that was circulating about 6 months to a year ago about a girl literally having sex on stream on Twitch? It was like
Yes.
Kamika was her name.
Oh,
She
I
was banned for like 7 days and then came back in. She basically had like a slap on the wrist, where somebody else doing something like nothing in comparison, banned for life, permanently removed. They're very unfair. Like Nadia doxed someone on the internet.
oh
Slap
yeah.
on the wrist and she came back. So like Twitch is bending over backwards for certain people. So again, they're not very fair when it comes to morality and guidelines, and they just pick and choose also.
And a lot of
Well-
times it's females that they
Yeah, they keep covered up for the women. Yeah, so because you know
Not
they
to-
have the whole category, the hot tubs. You know, if I do my E-Thought watch stream on Twitch, I'd probably be banned or some shit. That's why I do it on Kick. Hey, Kick, wanna like sponsor me? Just saying.
Well,
Not
so
not to mention their moderation team is a
Yeah.
dear person.
right,
Mhm.
right. Well, so let me.
I'm serious.
I actually want to, Blabs. I want to come back to this
Dear
whole
person.
idea of Kick sponsoring you,
Yeah.
because they are actually they actually did propose something yesterday. Someone at Kick mentioned something, but I'll come back to that in a minute. I want to get back to Twitch's quick retraction. They didn't even retract. They apologized.
They didn't retract.
Right,
Go
they-
ahead though. Lead it.
And I want to do that, but before we do that, I want to read off some of the support we've had today, guys. Thank you very much on Rumble, Twitch, and on YouTube. Really appreciate that. Backyard TARDIS came in with 100 bits. Thank you so much, Backyard TARDIS. We see 100% of that. Really appreciate that. Dude over on Rumble says Crag knows how to get the chat to mess with them. Look at the oven mitts. That's right. The oven mitts. They have been a big player. These oven mitts. By the way,
Do you have to
Oven-
play with those on?
yes. And you know what I bought yesterday? I bought two things yesterday. I bought drunk goggles, and I bought flipper goggles where that you see everything upside down.
Oh
be
my
great.
gosh.
Yeah,
It's like having beer goggles on when you play.
exactly.
Can you wear them both at the same time too?
Oh, God.
Yes, 100%.
That's double whatever the cost.
Pepe Payne says people really expect these companies to have the exact same things. That's the problem. We aren't willing to sacrifice convenience for liberty. Sad truth, y'all. Thanks, Pepe Payne. Appreciate that. Rob on Wheels came in with
some of us aren't. Sorry, some of us aren't.
Most people are not. That's the problem, and that's what they're counting on. Rob on Wheels came in with the $20 Rumble rant. Says, "Hey guys, when I got my new chair when I get my new chair in a few weeks, I'm thinking of cosplaying as Charles Xavier.
Cool.
got-
Yeah.
Will you guys share the pics if I do?"
It's Xavier.
Tag side scrolls, I'll
100%.
retweet.
Yes.
Hell yeah, we will.
Mhm.
Absolutely. That sounds awesome. Are you going like full shaving your head? Like getting the full look in? Just curious.
Love that.
It's cool.
Um,
all right.
Rob also became a brand new member over on Rumble. Thank you so much, Rob. Greatly appreciate it.
And we see 100% of that.
That's right. Blake came in with the $2 super chat. Says another climate change warning from Sweden. That's right. Nonstop.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. Climate
the
change is
Gilk-
happening. And it has been happening for thousands of years. Tens of thousands. Millions.
Who said
You're going to
that?
get G&G flagged. It's ridiculous.
It's true.
Gilkman has become a new member supporting Geeks and Gamers. Thank you very much. I'm sure Jeremy will greatly appreciate that. Nerds and Normies says, anyone here familiar with Metal Gear Solid? I hope the Twin Snakes and Guns of Patriots comes to current consoles. They've been trapped on GameCube and PS3 for years. I played them via emulator. Thanks so much,
Cool.
Nerds and Normies.
I just
there
played
was
the first one.
rumors.
I love the first game.
I saw there's a rumor of MGS4 being remade. So, Matthew Hammond says, who benefits the most from Twitch losing streamers? Kick, Rumble, YouTube, or someone else?
Right now, it's a free for all.
Yeah,
I don't think YouTube is it though.
To be
Mm,
honest,
no.
I think it's the newer people because they have the most to gain, like Rumble and Kick.
I think initially it'll be Kick. Rumble still has perceptions around it, unrightfully so. But I think that let's be real. The gaming space traditionally is a very liberal space, right? And anytime that
Sadly.
it's very. I mean, there's so much irony attached to it, right? You know, gun control. But wait, let's play Call of Duty, right? You know, there's so
entitlement.
many,
I think entitlement also is wrapped in there somewhere.
right?
Yeah.
So with that said, they probably won't initially want to jump to Rumble, right? Because Rumble has this perception attached to it. Now Rumble's trying to remove that perception, but I think initially Kick stands to gain the most for sure.
And speaking of Kick, I actually just checked my Kick for the first time in a couple of days, and they did a whole update. It looks like on like the actual creator dashboard itself, it looks pretty clean as to what it was. You get to like do the pop out activity feed now, which you didn't have before. I'm digging it. I'm happy. Go Kick.
I think that you'll see on Kick, you'll see lots of updates happen very, very quick. It'll be like Fortnite when it was first released. Lots of updates. You know, things coming literally every day. Just because they're small, they're quick, they're agile. They're not bogged down by 15 years of development. So
that's Diablo 4 right now, updating constantly.
Kyle says Rumble and Kick should merge. When I decided to become a content creator later this year on YouTube, Twitter and Kick will be the platforms I use. That's actually an interesting idea. Rumble and Kick merging, which I don't know. I don't think Kick would want to do that.
No,
I agree. I don't think.
I mean, it's funded, as you said, by like a casino or right.
Gambling.
Or, you're right. So it's like they don't need it.
Biggest gambling company I think in the world. I forget what it's called.
If that's the case, they definitely don't need to merge with Rumble.
Yeah.
Matthew says many of the Twitch features can be replicated with OBS add-ins. It is not as convenient, but it works. This is true.
Yeah, but some of them are really clunky for Kick, especially.
Yes.
Well, people are lazy. Let's be real, right? I mean, they want it easy. Part of Twitch and like Streamlabs
Stream Elements and all that.
Streamlabs OBS, because Streamlabs and Streamlabs OBS I think they're two different things.
Yeah.
There's OBS, and then there's
not OBS. Streamlabs OBS is like the one that is like really a lot of Twitch streamers use because there's like direct
the green icon. That one.
Integrate, the green icon, the integration with all the Twitch elements, and you can like get customized things with that you add your name and your links and your stuff and all that. I just can't have sponsors involved.
I just had a thought. Is it ironic that Twitch posted all that on Twitter?
Well, I mean,
get it out there?
Not really.
They post it probably on every social platform.
Right, but what happens when now Twitter becomes a streaming service? Are YouTube and Twitch and Kick going to still post their stuff on their competitor?
Definitely.
Yes.
You see 100%. What I'm saying? It's just strange, isn't
it? But Twitter is like the town square, though. The internet town square. It used to be Facebook, but even Facebook wasn't like open, right? There is area like Facebook's trying to do that, but Twitter has like this. I can see anyone's tweet from anywhere on the planet right now, and like anyone from across the planet might stumble across one of my tweets. And the way that Twitter is built and how it functions with anyone can access it anywhere you are and see what's happening in anywhere in the world. You just like search for different stuff that you want. Like that doesn't work that way with anything else. Like what else works like that? Mine's
right.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
Well, let's go and finish up this with Sal says you got to have the right political opinion. That's right. Welcome to gaming in 2023. All right, let's go and continue. This was Twitch's response after the blowback of people saying like, well, I'm leaving. I'm out. Right. They didn't apologize. They more said, sorry, you're too dumb to understand what we're saying, which was always
basically
nice. Today's branded content policy was overly broad. Sorry, you couldn't understand that. This created confusion and frustrations, and we apologize for that. It's like
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Right.
That's such a huge slap in the face. It's like first we're gonna do all this shit to fuck you over, and then we're gonna call you stupid right to your face.
I'm sorry you're confused and frustrated.
Right.
But we don't actually care.
We do not intend to limit streamers' ability to enter into direct relationship with sponsors, and we understand that this is an important part of how streamers earn revenue. We want to clarify.
Hold on, wait a minute.
We're not going to let them determine that either.
I'm sorry. That is exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
They exactly intend to limit streamers' ability. That is exactly what we just went over.
Choke you. Yeah.
What? How is it not? How was that not what they meant?
Because
at all?
The person who pays
3%. 3%. That's limiting.
Right. Doesn't the person who pays for the sponsor
Holy
determine
shit.
how much time you talk about it? What
Yeah,
size
it's part of the contract,
So,
whatever
right.
you want it to be. But
so how can
that's
it be part of the contract if Twitch controls it
it's
all?
fucking gaslighting.
It is.
All right. Sorry, continue.
Real quick, Psycho Mantis brought up the point that Twitch got rid of the original Pog emote because the guy that was Pog supported JN6, but back in the summer love, people streamed protests and riots on their channel, and they were fine. This is true. And by the way,
they were peaceful, but fiery, but mostly peaceful.
Psycho Mantis, I'd like to point out that you ironically are saying this on Twitch. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So they continue. It says, we want to clarify our existing ad policy that was intended to prohibit third-party ad networks from selling burned-in video and display ads on Twitch, which is consistent with other services. We missed the mark with the policy language and will rewrite the guidelines to be clear. Thank you for sharing your concerns, and we appreciate the feedback. We'll notify the community once we have updated the language.
What do you think they're going to even try to change? Because that next part that we wanted to clarify our existing ad policy was intended to prohibit third-party ad networks. That's literally a content creator going to a third party to be directly sponsored by them.
So MCN.
That's what it is. I'm getting a sponsor, and Twitch is looking at it like that is a third party between you and me, and we don't allow that. We need to be the first and only party. You got to go through us. That's what they're saying. So they're admitting that everyone is correct in being upset about them saying you can't go somewhere else to get a sponsor and talk about it on this platform. And then they're like,
right.
Whoa, we're sorry about that. We're just trying to make it so that you can't go elsewhere to get sponsors. Like, what? That's why people are mad. What the fuck?
Wonder how companies like, let's say Rooster Teeth, for example, where Rooster Teeth has these other shows in it, right?
Rooster Teeth? What?
And they're owned by a parent company, correct?
I don't know.
And
Well,
so
What is that?
Let's take a step back.
Say they go stream. Can they even mention
What is he talking about?
their parent company? You know what I'm saying?
So Rooster Teeth is an online production company. They were big about a decade ago, right? And they are now owned by Warner Brother Discovery. And so they do a lot of video production and they have their internal shows, but they also do shows for like animation for like Max or HBO Max. Travis, continue with what you were saying. I couldn't quite understand what you were asking.
Well, my question is, so now Rooster Teeth had purchased these other companies, or they have them working for them, or the parent company purchased them and put them under their umbrella, however they got there. So when they do a show, can they not mention Rooster Teeth or have the Rooster Teeth logo there since they're a third party? And it's
not a third party. No, that wouldn't be a third party. That's their entity.
They're all owned by the same.
But it's
like,
to me,
company.
it's like an MCN, right?
No, I think
it's the same.
Yeah, it's just they're all in the same company. They're all on the same umbrella. I think the bigger thing you
can argue if people are part of an MCN, they're a part of a bigger umbrella.
Well, but Rooster Teeth is not part of an MCN. But they are talking about, Twitch references the idea of what an MCN is here, to where they would scoop up an MCN, a multi-channel network, was essentially an ad channel, an ad company that would, back in the day on YouTube, they would say, hey, partner with us and we're going to get you better ads. And they would sell ads for your content. And that's when YouTube's partner program wasn't so strong. Whereas YouTube was selling ads, every 1,000 views was like $2. An MCN would get you like $3, right? So it's like, oh wow, I make 50% more money from my every 1,000 views. What Twitch is trying to curtail here, from what I understand, is the idea that they don't want a company coming in, partnering with side scrollers, Geeks and Gamers, whatever, and 47 other companies selling their inventory, which is their views, saying we have 50 different creators, they generate 50 million views a month. We want to do an ad campaign with you, beef jerky company, and then selling integrations into that. I think that is what Twitch is trying to do. They did a very poor job of explaining that because
Okay. Makes a lot more sense now then. Because
But even in doing that, let's say they that's what they're trying to stop. Those companies that are doing that, collecting a whole bunch of things, that's still stopping the individual creator from going out and finding a company that's trying to actually help them get on that bandwagon and be more successful. Right?
Because
So they're shitting on the smallest creator while they're saying they're trying to stop this other thing from happening. But however they word it, that creator that just wants to get sponsors and like be more successful. And how do you be more successful? You get viewers and you make more money. It's like those two things kind of go hand in hand when you're a streamer.
So here is another part that was kind of intriguing based off their new stuff. This is pointed out by Restream, which a lot of creators use, the ability to stream on Twitch, on YouTube, on Rumble, on Kick, all sorts of places at once. I do that for the Mario Funathon, which is coming up at 1 o'clock, right? In about an hour, I'll be streaming to all those places via Restream. And Restream asked the question, says, can you get a little clarification on paragraph 11? And it says, when you are streaming live on the Twitch services, you may not simultaneously live stream or broadcast on any other, quote, Twitch-like service, meaning any web-based platform, network platform, service that supports live streaming of user-generated content without advanced written permission from Twitch. For clarity, you may simulcast on mobile-first services that support live streaming. This section does not apply to nonprofit or government entities that are live streaming for non-commercial products.
That used to only be for partners.
Yes.
Right? And so, because you were like, all right, well, you're a partner now, you can only stream here. But if you were an affiliate or under, anyone could dual stream.
They're like treating you like a partner without any of the perks. Instead, they're slapping you in the face.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Why would people stay on Twitch? I stopped streaming on Twitch I don't even know, a year and a half ago. Once the deer person started kicking people off, I was like, you know what? Fuck this company.
Yeah. It's the fear of losing your audience. That's what it is. You've grown an audience and asking them to go somewhere else. It goes back to the convenience thing. People are scared and people are creatures of habit, right? Asking us, our entire audience on YouTube to say, hey, we're going to go over to Rumble right now exclusively. That'd be really dumb, right?
It worked. Everyone that was watching me yesterday, I went from 200 viewers to 600 viewers. And I had 400 people watching me on YouTube. They all came to Rumble.
Getting them there without going live on YouTube first and saying, come over here is the issue.
That's true. And there's a lot less people watching my Rumble and local streams when I'm playing games versus when I was on Twitch. I had like quadruple the viewership. But I mean, someone has to start. Someone has to start wading out there into the freaking unknown of a new platform before people start going over. There has to be a movement, and I think Rumble is really pushing to gather new streamers, and they're doing it. Big streamers are moving over to Rumble, and it's been happening for months and months now.
I was thinking about restreaming from Kick and Rumble.
Yeah,
I don't go on Rumble, but kind of want to know.
CJ's right.
You should.
Casual viewers won't follow you though, and casual viewers is what makes that's how you get more people watching.
I guess. Right. I guess. I don't.
So
yes and no. Casual viewers are kind of like fair weather fans. Oh, I just want to watch anyone play this one game. They're gonna find their content creators that they like, and probably start watching them a lot more. Versus just like, let me just like peruse random people. Like, yeah, those people exist, but right now, the most people are just lazy. They just want to. I'm just used to going to Twitch. I'll just stay on Twitch.
Yeah,
or YouTube. I'm just like, I'll just stay on YouTube. Like, whatever. I'm used to it. I'm comfortable. That's the problem. People aren't comfortable with change. We need to learn how to be comfortable with change. And no one wants to do that. Everyone wants to sit in their comfortable little bubble and stay there. Yeah, well, that's how we get into these situations because no one wants to actually change what they do. But they all love to talk about how people want to change.
Do you remember when the prior company that you started, Craig, switched over and you said, come on over and all that to people. We had literal people say, we refuse to, we will never do it. Ever.
Right. Yeah, that just comes down to habit. And, we were I don't remember if it was from YouTube to Twitch or Twitch to YouTube, but yeah, people were so ingrained in their ways, and that's just the way people are. And that's fine. I will say this is actually a really good comment right here. Jay says, Craig, don't be surprised when Twitch takes away Twitch Prime. That'll be their final nail in the coffin. Now,
well, why would they? Because Twitch is owned by Amazon.
Yeah, they won't. Yeah, Twitch is owned by Amazon, exactly.
Why would they not? Because, so the reason why they would is because it's costing them a ton of money every month, right?
I think that's what got them to be YouTube's competitor, though.
Well, I mean, from a streamer
they
perspective,
they were already the competitor. Amazon bought them. I
will say this: if anybody if you want to, we used to do this, and I still do this to this day. If you want to head over to twitch.tv/stutteringcraig right now and support this show, because this stream is on there. If you have Amazon Prime, we will gladly accept the free $2.50 from your Amazon Prime that for us. We will absolutely accept that, right? And we greatly appreciate it. What's that?
Bezos money.
We'll take the Bezos bucks for sure. So if you want to do that, we'd gladly accept it. Twitch is not a long-term solution for this, but the idea of side scrolls as a whole is just to cast the net as wide as we possibly can, right? Because we know there's going to be, I think for us to make the changes we want to make, we need to be as many places as we can possibly be. So look at this, the Rabble Wrangler, my boy, came in as a brand new Prime sub over on Twitch. Appreciate that. But the hits keep coming, okay? Because we're not done talking about this Twitch thing. Listen to this. Because apparently, if you want to get out of your Twitch affiliate link, a Twitch affiliate agreement, it's going to cost you $25. So they've said, if you or we terminate this agreement, a maintenance fee will be deducted from your remaining balance. The maintenance fee will be the lesser of the accrued program fees from your Twitch account, or $25. Any remaining balance after deduction of the maintenance fee will be paid to you. So essentially, they're saying, hey, if you want to leave, that's fine. It's going to cost you $25.
I think that's illegal. I think that you can't do that to people who are already part of that, because you can't backwards say, hey, if you leave now, you got to pay us money. I know you're already a part of it, and we didn't tell you that going in. You know what I'm saying? I think
was this always a part of it, and no one actually read down in the fine print, or are they?
I don't know.
Or are they finding out now? So I don't know. And that seems that seems like something that might actually be in there, and people are now looking into it
too. Was it always there or not?
Yeah, people are starting to really dig into what you have to do when you log in and sign into Twitch to actually be an affiliate. And they're like, holy shit, actually, wow, look at all this shit. Because Twitch is basically outing themselves to being like, we're going to crack the whip on everyone that's on this site. And everyone's like, oh, you know what? Well, screw you.
Yes, some people are in the chat saying it's been a thing for years.
Look at that.
See, there you go. See, it's been a thing. So, okay, well, y'all signed it. Y'all got on there anyway. Why is it a big deal now? All right, and...
I can't confirm this because this is just a screenshot. But if Kick is doing this and they're saying we're going to cover the $25 fee and willing to break their contract and move to Kick, that is an amazing use of $25.
That's boss moves right there.
Now that's some promotion.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's real. I'm looking at the Kick Twitter. It's real.
Okay, great. So I think that's brilliant marketing. And when you look at the cost of customer acquisition, oftentimes it's much greater than $25. So, I think that's brilliant on Kick's perspective. And once again, that's something that Kick can do because they're small, they're swift, they're nimble. Hey, what if we just met? Absolutely, let's do it. Whereas with Twitter or with Twitch, you got to go in, you got to have a board meeting, and you got to talk to everybody, and you got to talk to your head of marketing, and they got to put together a cost benefit analysis and all this stuff. Whereas Kick's like, yep, let's go. They're in growth mode right now, so they have money to burn.
Makes me wonder. So a lot of younger people stream on Twitch too. Can they even sign that and agree to that legally?
You need to be. I think you need to be 13 to
Still,
stream.
Can you even
That's
sign
fucking
that
weird.
legally?
What 13-year-old streaming?
I don't think a 13-year-old can sign
outside.
something legally.
Yeah. So there was Adam, you sent this over, and it's kind of like it's a little bit of word vomit, but I think it's worth talking about. There's a brand called One True King, and they do expos and live streams and all sorts of events and stuff. And they put together like a little message to Twitch. Did you want to go into this at all, Adam, and kind of talk about this? Or
I saw that because I knew we were going to be talking about the Twitch stuff, and I was like, that's kind of interesting. I could just read a little bit of what I that there's the third paragraph. It says the once unique and admirable vision of a creator-first platform now feels like a fading and distant dream. Reductions to creator subscription revenue, inconsistent moderation policies, and attacks on creator abilities to pursue their own independent revenue streams have transformed Twitch into one of the least creator-friendly platforms in social media and have undermined the very ecosystem that helped Twitch become what it is. And unlike in the past, these changes come at a time when the live streaming landscape has never been more competitive. And I think that we don't need to read all the rest because I think that sums it up so perfectly, right? Because it's true. I mean, it's never been more competitive. There are so many options where people can go to stream, and Twitch is becoming a little echo chamber of Twitch thoughts, like e-thoughts and ideologues. I'll just put it that way, right? And it's like, okay, you know what? Have your little eco bubble where you're all happy and you have like a little online utopia where you circle jerk each other all day. Like that's fine. That's I'm not interested in that. Like I want to be able to speak my mind and enjoy and be me completely and enjoy a game, or talk about politics or talk about video games. Like anything along those lines. I want to be able to just be me. I don't like when I first went to Rumble, I legitimately was happier in life. My wife talked to me about a week after I started, and she was like, "What's different? Like, what have you done differently?" I said, "I've been going to Rumble, and I've been able to just speak my mind." And she's like, "Wow, I can tell that you're happier." And I was self-censoring myself because I was worried that I was going to lose my revenue stream on YouTube. And then I went to Rumble, and I'm like, "Man, this is freaking great. I could be myself. That's the key. You know, you can't be yourself on Twitch. You say the wrong thing, you're gone. Same with YouTube. It's like, why would it's not enjoyable to have to like have that in the back of your mind that like, man, I could lose my revenue stream because one person might not like me. That's stupid. Like that's simple. Like, oh, I don't like this person. Boom, you're gone. Ha ha. Power trip. I got deer antlers. That's literally what happened on Twitch.
Right. And
like I'm not joking.
I know you're not joking, and you're not wrong. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. I think that we talked about this being a major moment for, like, the other day with the Daily Wire, that being a major moment for Elon Musk and Twitter. I think this is a major moment for Twitch.
Yeah,
and because that brand, that's Asmongold's brand, by the way, the one who is the One True King, and if you lose your, the idea is that if you lose your top creator, well, we'll just make new creators, right? That's what Twitch is thinking, but they're wrong, because what they're going to do while they're in the process of creating new stars and showcasing them, the audience is going to be shifting to other platforms, and they will bring it. Once again, when it comes to like bad publicity, I mean, come on, like Twitch will be stained. They will be stained if they hold on to this, and it's so much harder to come back from a bad reputation. So I don't know. This is a defining moment for Twitch, and I think we're gonna see what happens here in probably the next week. It's gonna happen quick for sure. So we got a few super chats. Let me read these before we get to one of my favorite news stories of the year. I love this. Chris came in and says OG PogChamp is Gutek on Cross Counter TV. Check him out streaming Street Fighter 6 on his YouTube this week. There you go. It's the irony that he's streaming on YouTube and not on Twitch, as he's the PogChamp guy. Neanderthal came in with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Neanderthal. Greatly appreciate that. And Travis came in with the $2 super chat. Says, how many should they log in and just agree to terms? 99.999% of people.
Yep, probably.
Yeah. And Soul Fiend also used their Prime sub on us over on Twitch. Thank you so much for those Bezos bucks. And then What a Tweet came in with the $5 direct donation. It says, can I get F's in the chat for wrestling legend Iron Sheik? F jabronis and F the Hulk Hogan. Make them all humble in heaven, Bubba. Put Jesus in the camel clutch. Let's go. Thank you so much. What a twist.
Was that his finisher, the camel clutch?
Yeah, the camel clutch.
Cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. And Winterfell came in with the $4.99. It says, pro wrestling tries to create new stars all the time. It fails more often than not. The audience isn't stupid. Bringing it back to wrestling, baby. Thanks so much, Winterfell. Appreciate that.
Yep.
All right, let's go to my favorite story ever, which it's in a weird, sad way. We have.
That's mean, dude.
It is mean.
If this is what I think it is this what I put in? And 100%. You were laughing at it? Oh my God. This is sad, dude. All right.
It's so sad.
Go ahead.
It's so sad, but so funny. All right. So we talked about this at length.
Oh, no.
Not like this.
We talked about this at length. Adam is really excited for Diablo 4. There's a contest right now to get to level 100 in hardcore mode. The first 1,000 people who do it will be immortalized on a statue in game forever, right? And it has been done.
As long as the game server is up.
Well, the first Diablo 4 character reached hardcore level 100, but has
54 hours.
It's died after a disconnect. Now, that just means their internet went out or the game servers went down.
I don't think it was the internet.
I don't think I would play for a long time after that. I'd need to.
Yeah, this would kill the momentum in the game.
Cool myself off.
Now, I thought I love hardcore. I've had the highest hardcore character I had in Diablo 2, I believe, was a 88 druid, level 88, and 99 was max. So I had a level 88 druid, and I really loved it. I love hardcore mode. It changes the way the game feels. I've talked about this at length. But I will not touch hardcore in this game until the lag spikes are done, until the disconnects are done. I've been disconnected multiple times. The game actually has frozen my computer twice now. And I play a lot. I'm at level 60 now, and I feel like I play a lot. Getting to 100 already in hardcore mode, where you gotta kind of have to play it safe, because if you die, you're dead, and that's it. So getting disconnected because the game drops you out, like I've been disconnected and it's killed me in game. Now you can log back in and it puts you right back where you were. So they have like a kind of a reconnect and put you back where you were, so you kind of can continue playing, but it still killed me. Like I would have been dead if I was playing hardcore. I want to play hardcore. I want to maybe try to go for 100, but there's no fucking way I'm going to touch it if the game might boot me off and kill me. Like, no, thank you.
Can you imagine how many times he saved himself from almost dying in hardcore mode to get to 100 to have
those are great moments, dude. Those are great moments.
I don't even know how I would feel about it. I'd be speechless.
Well, it would definitely kill the momentum in playing.
As Torwin says, yeah, but one glitch, lag spike, or mistake, and dozens of hours down the drain. It's not worth the aggravation. Well, I actually haven't watched the video.
It is. It absolutely is. I disagree.
Did you see the video, Adam?
I haven't seen the video yet. Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it. I have not seen this yet.
I haven't watched it.
Yikes. Okay, you can't use these gloves on Whirlwind.
Everything's going fine at this point.
Yeah, there's not even like a lot of characters on the screen.
Everything's looking good. Checking where he needs to go. Going through and just decimating.
We're getting up there.
No!
People on screen.
Uh-oh, the game freezes.
Hello?
And yeah.
I'm fucking...
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, no, you can hear it in his voice.
Was he streaming?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh no. Mm.
I felt sorry for him.
That's
but
awful.
Does he say anything else?
I'm sure he says
He
a lot.
probably muted himself.
Oh.
Was like, fuck.
I'm sure he says a lot.
Just
Like,
speechless. Just speechless. I
Nope.
mean,
Nope.
Nope,
That sucks,
nope.
dude. That sucks. Well, the people who are saying like it's not worth it have never actually tried playing hardcore because it just makes it feel different. I like it. I like playing the game normally. Don't get me wrong. Like I learn it, but then once you are playing in a situation where you could lose the character forever, it just I don't know how to describe it. It's really awesome. I really enjoy it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely definitely comes down to your personality type. You know, it's
True.
not for everybody, and I think that's what makes hardcore so much fun. So,
Yep.
all right, let's see. Oh, real quick, we talked about something early on, and I have a note here on my thing. It just says kick, and it was built around Blabs. Blabs, what I said I wanted to talk to you about kick or something.
The thing is, I don't know what you wanted to talk about.
What was the point of conversation about it? Do you remember where we were
Follow-
at?
conversation
Follow Blabs.
about it.
Follow Blabs on Kick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's it, man. Because you
That should be
trying
your
to tell
go-to,
me
Blabs.
anything.
I got you. I got you.
Michael, thanks so much for your membership, supporting Geeks and Gamers. Greatly appreciate that. I'm sure all the guys greatly appreciate that.
But I do gotta bounce though, because remember I told you I had to leave a bit early.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
What is this kick thing you want to tell me about? Now I'm intrigued. Oh well. That's
Now I'm intrigued. All right. Well, I'll tell you this. I would love. I think it's about time to wrap, but I would love for everybody. Blabs, have a great day. We'll let you go if you want to head out now. You can take care.
I love everybody.
Blabs.
Big smooch.
I would love
All
for
right.
everybody to go follow us over on Rumble. Rumble.com/side scrolls. I know G&G, they stream over there. I would love for you to hit the follow button right now over on Rumble and join us over there. I will be live again in about 35 or 40 minutes or so, right around 1 o'clock, as I continue the journey on Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels. That is the Japanese
Again.
version. Yes, that is the Japanese version of Super Mario Brothers 2, the hardest Mario game in existence. Yesterday, I was hard reset twice. We have oven mitts that I will potentially be playing with later today. Look, it's insane. It's insane. It's crazy. Skeleton Machine came in with a brand new Prime sub. Thank you so much, Skeleton Machine. Genuinely appreciate that. Blake came in with a $2 super chat. Says a lot of 4-letter words were yelled that day. That's right.
I believe it. I believe
like,
it.
my neighbors would think I'd be murdering somebody if that happened to me.
And what a twist came in, says the Diablo Story has a happier ending. Blizzard acknowledged him, and he's going to be the first on the statue. So that's great. Thank you so much. What a twist. Greatly appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to be first on the statue and be alive.
And still be alive, right?
Yeah.
All right. You guys, make sure you go follow Travis over on Twitter. Go find Adam as well over on Rumble at the Krigler Show. Appreciate you guys. Great job today, guys. Way to go.
And I've been playing Diablo 4, and people can come into my chat and drop their Blizzard name if you guys want to link up. I mean, if you're in the end game, then come join me. I'm grinding on tier 3 till I get to level 70, which I got 10 levels to go, and then I'll be going up to rank to tier 4. Excited.
Cool. So I'm going to put the Rumble side scrollers link in the chat, and I'm going to do that right now, so you guys can go follow us over on Rumble as well. I really appreciate you guys popping in today. Once again, I'll be live in just about 30 minutes as we continue with some Mario fun. I'm telling you, it's next level. It's next level. So, Rhoda Hippie says, why ignore Rumble for this stream? I'm not ignoring Rumble. I'm literally saying go to Rumble right now. So, all right, you guys have an excellent day. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Once again, Geeks and Gamers, appreciate you guys allowing us to invade your space. The 199 is spectacular, and we look forward to hanging out with you guys every single week. You can follow us over on YouTube, over on Rumble, over on wherever the heck you want to follow us. We'd greatly appreciate that as we continue to grow a little bit more every single day. Guys, have a great day. We'll catch you guys later. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Follow us over on YouTube and on Rumble. Bye-bye.